Everything okay with you today?
Ooh, I've been nervous.
Why?
I've never had a job like this, a retail position, where they interviewed you 3 times. So Wawa does a little bit more than than what is expected.
So it's the GM, the AGM, and me. So if we can, we all like, did David and April do it together?
No, separate.
Okay,
so
yeah.
I've been here 3 times.
Yeah. So sometimes if we can do 2, like if both are scheduled, we usually not schedule at the same time. But if we are, we'll try to do it so we can both do it, so it'll be one time, and then you just have to come again. But the scheduling be kind of crazy, so we've been having to do it
separately.
Yeah, but this is your last one, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, this will be, you know, after we gather everything up, it's not done by just one decision.
That's right.
We have to all agree.
Because y'all are a team.
Yeah, we have to all agree who we want to put
Bring
in the
on.
store. Yes, ma'am. So I see you worked at Faith First Flooring.
That
for
was my
9
own
years.
company, correct?
Okay, what were you doing there?
Selling flooring.
Oh.
Door to door.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
That's good. 9 years is good.
Yeah, it didn't do after the pandemic. I ain't do nothing.
But a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but I still own it. But I haven't made any money from it in the last.
Have you been like posting stuff or?
No, I haven't even told nobody in Virginia. I did it in North
You
Carolina.
probably could have got some sales down here.
Yeah, I probably could have.
Yeah.
Probably could have.
Yeah, you probably got some sales from down here. All right, we're gonna start with question 1, okay? And like I said, if you don't understand, you can always ask me to clarify, okay? So, and then part of these questions, they sound similar to the ones you have done before, but we're just trying to seal the deal, okay?
Right.
So give me an example of when you went the extra mile for a customer while adhering to the company's policies and procedures.
Oh, great question. I had a customer, I would say when I worked with Faith First Flooring, when I owned my own company, but I was sublet through Empire Today. So a lot of times Empire would either send us customers or we had to find our own customers.
Okay.
But I had a customer who ordered flooring who needed it right away. But the thing was they scheduled a time, and when I got there she had an emergency to happen. And so what I did was I just told her, give me a time that I can come back, and she couldn't think of anything. And so I would just casually stop by on my own to see when she was available, and sure enough I called her available. And I did everything I could. I didn't have a fax machine with me, and I wasn't in a town to have one, but she really wanted her order the next day. We guarantee you if you sign with us the day before that we'll get your flooring done the next day or the day after. And so and so, but the problem was because I went by her on the way home from Raleigh, I think it was around 8 o'clock at night or something like that, I had to figure out how I could fax her information in so that I could get her flooring done. And so I drove all the way back to Raleigh, and or where did I drive to? Yeah, Raleigh, almost to Raleigh, to get her information faxed in time so that she could have someone there the next day to start working.
Oh wow,
it was a lot. Yeah. It was a lot, but I got it done.
Yeah. Okay, that's going the extra mile. And that's all so she can get her flooring the next day. Okay. And how did the customer react?
Oh, she was excited. She was excited. Super excited. I didn't do the laying down of the floor, and I have to give credit. Those guys do an excellent job.
But it started from
me getting it there on time and going the extra mile, getting back with her to make sure I could get it done.
Okay, that's going the extra mile. Definitely going the extra mile doing all that driving.
Jesus goes the extra mile too.
I know.
My first sermon I preached was Jesus go. No, it wasn't. That's not true. That's probably about the 3rd sermon I preached.
Well, look, you're off subject. Your hair. I never knew your hair was that long.
Yeah, it used to be this long, and I cut it all the way down to nothing.
Oh wow!
I think 3 times I cut it all the way down to nothing.
Well, who did it?
I did it.
Oh wow, it's pretty. It's pretty. Because I'm used to seeing you in the braids.
Yeah, I'm gonna braid it right back up.
All right. So tell me about a time when you had to work with another team member who was less experienced or less knowledgeable than all the other team members. What effect did it have on you and the team, and how did you respond?
Great question.
Did you need me to go back and break it down?
No. I think I got. Well, yeah. Read it one more time.
Okay, so tell me about a time we had to work with another team member who was less experienced or less knowledgeable than the other team members. What effect did it have on you and the team? How did you respond?
Okay, great question. So, how I responded was to keep doing what I was doing. You know, early on in my life, I would have took it negatively, like I'm doing all the work, I'm doing all the work, I'm doing all the work. But at the end of the day, that doesn't really matter as long as the work gets done. You know, sometimes people have had to call in and go home, and you find yourself doing two jobs, but you have to still keep working because you're there to do your job. You know what I'm saying? And if that means there's a little bit more load for you to take on that day, then that's just what it is. You still got to do to the best of your ability. You got to get those customers out the door. You got to service those customers or clients when they come in. A lot of times I was in leadership, I was in management, so most of all of my life that's been my case where someone knew a little bit less than me, but that doesn't mean I didn't give it my all. So again, I have no problem with jumping in and doing my work and helping someone else get their work done.
Okay.
Another thing I do is I try to teach as I work or lead by example. So there's two ways you can handle things. You can be the example. If people seeing you do it, and a lot of times people want to do what someone else does. That we are all visual. That's why social media has gone so far. We see what someone else is doing, and there we go. We want to do it too. We want to be like them. And so if you're an example and you do it, if you work to 150% of your ability, then someone else is going to see that, and at least if they're doing 75 now, they want to do 100, or if they're doing 50, they want to do 75. They want to do a little bit more because they see you putting your best foot forward. And so always put your best foot forward is my motto.
Okay, into doing all of that, can you just like give me the example when you had to do that? Like, you know,
great question.
This person did this and this person did
that. So I would say for this example, I'm going to say the deli bakery. At the deli bakery, I think I even told them this the other day, there was a girl, me and her started at the same time. So when I was in the deli bakery, I started off as a CSR. I worked about 2 or 3 days a week. It was about a 4-hour to 5-hour shift with unpaid breaks. So when we hit 5, we had to get a half-hour break, but it was unpaid. So either way, I come in around 4 or 5 in the evening, get off around 9:30. And I had a young lady who would leave out of the deli because the deli was inside a food line, and she would go. When we worked in the deli, we was deli bakery, so we were all in one. But she would leave and go do everything else because around 7 it starts getting slow. You don't get that many customers, and so I would be slicing meat or fixing a hot plate. And I would look around, and she wouldn't even be in the deli. She'd be over there flirting with the stock crew.
My God.
I was in my 20s, but you know, I would say things to her, but I would never say anything to her that was out of character or I never got ugly or anything like that. Where I would say things like, "Girl, you know we got to get this done. We got to be out here by 9. You better get over here." When she walked back in, right, to try to keep her in there. But it would be 3 to 5 times a night where she would be somewhere else and not in the deli bakery. Lastly, at McDonald's, same thing. I was food prep, and a lot of times I would catch myself. I'm supposed to be in my corner prepping food for the whole day, and the managers would be calling back saying, "I need this, I need this, where is this?" I would have find myself hopping onto the hot to where they fry the burgers, or going over there helping with French fries, or helping over there with something to make the sandwiches, because there would be someone out of place and not doing their job. And like I said, I never ever got ugly with anyone during those times. I just took it as teamwork when it's a dream work. And so let me get in and help anywhere I can.
Okay. So give me an example of a time. You can take a sip of your coffee.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. But I don't need it. But anyway.
It'll get you through the day. It's got vitamins in it though. That's the one thing about Red Bull.
I think it's just more of a habit thing for me. Alright, give me an example of a time your work was above the standard. How did you measure it and how did you achieve that result?
Clayton Homes, working there, I tried to sell as many houses as I could. And it was twofold beneficial because I needed to make as much money as I could to pay some bills. My ex-husband wasn't working, and it just seemed like, I just had to work. I had a coworker come in my first year, and he was like, "That girl gonna be a millionaire because one thing she do, every time I come here, she work." They would come in the morning, they would sit around and talk for 30 minutes, drink their coffee, and they weren't working, they were contractors. But the workers would talk with them all over my head, all around. I'm answering phones. I'm getting
Doing it
first
all.
up. Yeah. But then I turn around and get the backlash of, she got next a lot of house. She don't get nobody now. And she don't. Okay, but I'm doing the work. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay. I tried to sell as many houses as I could to make as much money as I could.
Okay.
So my point in saying that is, hard work pays off. You know, you put the work in, and the results are going to show up. You throw them against the wall, and results are going to show up. And so that's what I believe in. Hard work, keeping my nose to the ground. Now I still like to have fun and laugh and joke. We all do. We human. But I when I'm scheduled to work, that's what I'm doing. On my lunch break, we can laugh, we can joke, we can do whatever. But when I'm scheduled to work, I'm trying to work. And so that's what I did. I just worked. And then I worked all the time. I took my job kind of personally. And so when I was off work, I was passing out business cards. When I'm in the restaurant, my waitress come by and passing out business cards. I'm remembering to call all of my customers back and ask them to give me a customer. If you know somebody that needs a house, if you hear about somebody in your neighborhood needs a house or wants a house, or somebody in your family wants a house, when they see yours, tell them about me, tell them come see me. So it's always just telling them to, come back and car lot, same thing. When I sold cars, you go the extra mile. When I'm off before work, if I stop somewhere and get a sandwich or a drink, a coffee or whatever, I'm telling them come see the car lot, come to the car lot. And then making sure that I always mail them cards. And in the cards, I put 2 or 3 cards in there and tell them to give them to someone. I tell them we pay a bird dog fee. Making it like a machine. Keeping it oil, keeping it grease. I can't remember everything, but I'm trying to say. Yeah, you just gotta, what is the wording I'm trying to say? Having other people work for you and spread the word for you too. Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Just always keeping it going.
When y'all do a good sandwich here, someone's gonna tell somebody, I just ate it. You gotta go try that wobble or that new sandwich y'all got.
The gobbler.
Yeah. And it's gonna make more people come try. When y'all got the pizza, oh my goodness.
When we first started
just eating one, telling everybody,
and that's what we want. We want to give off, like, we want them to have a good experience. So the next time somebody can spread that word. Yep, exactly. All right. Give me an example of a time when your job responsibilities change, and how do you deal with it? Woo! So this is embracing change.
Okay. It's one thing about working for retail, and I've been in retail for over 20 plus years, whether I was a loan officer, whether I was the manager, whether I was a customer service rep, a cashier, or cars or houses or whatever I did, always retail. And one thing about retail, after a while, the signage gets broken. Meaning, right now you're doing the wobble or the hot sandwich, but 6 months ago you were doing the pizza. That was the hot item. So companies are always changing and upgrading, and you can't get stuck in what they used to do. You got to be flexible to change with the times and do something new, or the carton changes, or the packaging changes. You got to be you can't stay stuck in what you used to do. You got to be adaptable and flexible to change with the times. And so I had to learn that throughout all my jobs. Clayton Homes, same thing. We might have used to sell a house one way, but we might change something where they say, oh, this don't come with the house. The appliance, if they come in the door tomorrow and say the appliances no longer come with the house, you got to go buy the appliances from Lowe's or what have you. You just gotta sell it. You gotta sell it. You can't go back and say, well, you can't talk with the customer and say, oh man, I ain't gonna buy no house there no more because they ain't got no appliances in the house. No, you gotta sell it. The reason we're doing this because we want you to be able to, the flexibility for you to go pick out your own appliances. We want you to have the flexibility to pick out the brand you want. We don't want to just put Westinghouse in it all the time or whatever the brand was. And so I had to learn to be flexible and adapt with the times. Yeah.
And you dealt with it and had no issues with it at all?
No. Because hey, I work for a company that's paying me, and no doubt they want to keep paying me. They don't want to go out of business. So if they think this is what is best until they see differently, I got to go with that. Now, if they have a survey and they ask something that I think might have been better in the past, I can say that. But other than that, I'm not going to down them. I'm going to go with what they're doing.
Because more than likely, I feel like they know better than I do.
That's it. Come on, exactly. Yeah.
Because they in there looking at sales and they seeing what's selling and what ain't selling. I see some of it, but not the bottom line of all the Wawas.
That's exactly
they just try to do a one thing, like looking at all the stores
That's
in the
right.
area.
That's right.
Yeah. So,
I didn't agree with electric cars when they first came out, but I'm agreeing with them now.
Oh yeah, I don't know about that because I had a run-on electric car before, and
You didn't like it?
no, I ain't like the way it sound either. Like that, it sound like I don't know, some kind of noise it had.
Something might have been wrong with that one, maybe. I don't know. Because usually they quiet.
Like when you first turn it on, or when you it's some kind of like it was some kind of noise that went there. I didn't like it.
Okay.
And then I didn't know whether I could charge it here or get gas.
Yeah, that's the thing that
confused.
scares me.
I was like, okay, I can't do this. So, all right, so tell me about a time when you felt you didn't have all the necessary knowledge, skills, or resources to complete an assignment. What did you do?
That's happened. I would say that was when I managed national finance. National finance. And I was a brand new loan manager. I had been a cash advance manager, but I had not been a loan office manager. And what did I do? I asked questions. I make sure to always call my DM or my RM, regional manager, and ask questions. And I worked with someone, I'm going to be honest, who did not like the fact that she was already there and they hired me over her.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
Yeah, she did not like it. She did not want to share it. She would tell me something and to do it wrong.
Oh my God.
And then later I would catch her doing it the right way.
And you hold on, I thought, okay.
Yeah, because she wanted me not to be, she wanted to be the manager. But with that being said, I learned to look for policy manuals. I learned to call other managers to get advice, and I learned to call the DM when I questioned them.
Okay. So you looked at policy papers and call other managers. Okay.
Just being teamwork, it's the only way you're gonna get through something.
Yeah, sometimes you got to do that. If I'm working and I got a question about something and I don't know it offhand, I'm gonna reach out to
somebody beside you. Yeah.
Yep. Just to see, because I'd rather do the right thing than the wrong thing. Yep. It's kind of chilly back here.
It is cold. But you're fast.
Yeah.
You ought to be a man. When you girl to be general
manager? Oh
manager?
no, yeah, it's a lot. It's like here, a lot of people looking in, you don't realize it's a lot. It's a lot with scheduling, sales, like
I got you. So David is under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, he can do it though. Like he does it well,
right?
Because he's been with the company for like 15 years.
So it's like second hand.
It's nothing to him, but you have to build yourself up to that.
I got you.
It's nothing that you can just walk into
and do. I got you. That makes sense.
None of these management positions.
It sounds like it, right? Because y'all do a lot.
Yeah, because when I first applied here, I applied for AGM. And I'm like, I didn't manage a store before.
Nope. I got you. Makes sense.
No,
too many stages. The stages actually help you here.
Yes, I'm glad that I started where I started.
And worked
because it has helped me. It has helped me tremendously. So yeah. So like I said, the questions they were some similar to what you already had asked before. And it's always just good to get a good feel. Me to get a good feel, so I can put in my input of hey, this is how I feel about the interview, or you know what I'm saying. So everybody can just come to an agreement. So we thank you for your time today, and we will get in touch with you whether we decide to go with
either way,
or not.
right?
Either way, yes, ma'am. So we look forward to seeing you in your next visit. Like when you come in the store, I see you come in the store a lot.
Yes.
I see you come in the store a lot. But any questions that you have for me?
No, I'm just so. No, I don't. I don't.
You say you're to say you confused.
Yeah.
What you confused about?
Oh no. So you would call me first, and then you would do a background check.
No, we would. If we offer your position,
then you do a background check. Okay.
Yeah. If we're offering a position, hey, we're not going to do a background check.
Until then.
Yeah, because it's like, what are we doing it for? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. But you sure you don't have any more questions?
No, I'm just excited. I think I know everything. I know that it's part-time.
Yeah, start off. Everybody, if you're not a manager, everybody starts off
part-time.
Yeah.
But he told me I could work my way up to get more hours. Even if I had to get it for another store.
Yeah. If anybody that's out here working
can get 40 hours.
If they want to advance themselves, we do not hold people like You know how some people like,
Right,
you know,
right.
if you show potential
Mm-hmm.
and if you show that you want to move up,
Up there will
you
help you
don't
move
nobody
up.
stop you
Okay.
from doing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and you're excited about the stock program and all of that?
Oh, I've been excited about that.
Yeah. How long have you been here now?
3 years.
3
Going on
years.
4.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think I got about 12,000 in it, and I haven't put, you know, so.
Go on, girl.
Yeah, so I mean, April being here, when you get fully invested out for 4 years.
Right.
And I think she got a plan a lot. David, oh my God.
Yeah,
he told you about.
Yeah, he didn't tell me how much, but he told me
Yeah,
a lot.
oh my God. It's
15 years, that's a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We had a bread man that delivered bread. Every night we get bread.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a bread man that delivered bread. He was like, one night we got a different person, like, hey, what can that? You know, they was like, oh, he woke up this morning and decided that he was going to quit, retire.
Wow.
He had over $1 million in his
That's why.
out. He had worked for Walmart for 25
Oh
years.
yeah, he said he going to enjoy
woke
himself.
up yeah, he said he was going to travel. Woke up one morning just like, forget it. I'm
Going
done.
to travel, yeah.
I mean, at that point, 25 plus
Where
years.
y'all's bread come from?
It comes from like the main areas is like Pennsylvania and stuff, you know, but they got certain mid places where some deliver to this area,
I got
some deliver. Yeah, we get bread every night.
Wow, I need to go do that position.
We get bread. Oh, they driving them big trucks.